All right, guys, welcome. We are on the water. This is the first cast. Just got it out. We're new to this reservoir. I have not been to this spot, but I know a lot about it from just just kind of doing some research, and I know a few folks that fish this lake pretty regularly. Not a commonly fished lake up here in Utah. It gets passed over quite a bit. I think it's because it's off the beaten path, as they say. We'll see. This lake is known to have quite a few big tiger trout in it. Big old football style tiger trout. Highly overfed looking fish. So like I said, we're kind of new to the lake, so it's gonna take us a little bit to figure out maybe where the fish are, but it shouldn't take too long. I suspect that we'll get into a good bite here at one spot or another. I'm up here on the north side of the lake where the inlet is, and I'm not seeing much activity on the surface or anywhere. So we'll try here, and we're gonna work our way toward the dam. Oh, it just got hit. Oh, either that or I got something stuck on it. I can feel it. I mean, I suppose that could be a very small fish, and I think it might be. Oh yeah, it was a very, very small fish that bit it. So anyway, one little fish. He's already back in the water, but that's a good sign that there's at least one fish up here. Anyway, we're here, and we'll check it out. We'll check back as soon as we get bit. I'll let you guys stay live here until I get this one back and see if we get bit. If not, we'll come back to you guys, and I got some updates. See what's going on. Yeah, nothing on that pass. As I see some of that sunrise there, very pretty. Scenery's awesome in this canyon. I came up through some really neat areas that I'd like to explore in the future. Just just hike around, or maybe even camp up there. This is on national forest land, so you can pretty much disperse camp anywhere. There's some private lands on the lower elevations of this canyon, but ooh, right when I hit the water, I got hit right there. There we go. Oh yeah, found some fish out here, guys. Just found out where they might be. Little more in that open water out there. That was a good hit right there. That was definitely a nice sized fish that just bumped it. You could always tell when it's a nice fish because it just stops the lure. Like it doesn't there's no forward motion on the lure. That's how you know. So the fish, oh yep, got it. Oh, came off, guys. Oh, did he break me off? I think no. Yeah, he did. Wow, that fish was so strong, guys. Unbelievable. Broke it off. Wow. All right, let me get hooked back up. All right, that was one heck of a fish. We just tied on, and we're casting back out. We're gonna loosen the drag just a little bit, man. Dang. That was crazy. That fish must have been pretty big to break that off, because that hasn't happened in a long time. I mean, I only had him on for like, what did you guys see? Maybe 4 or 5 cranks, and that was it. And I saw a boil up near the surface where I think he finally broke the lure off. We're throwing Thomas buoyant lures. These are pretty well known, extremely effective in and pretty much all lakes, but I found that these Utah fish really like these buoyants, because they got fish up here called the Utah chub, and they're not supposed to be in every lake up here, but they get into them because people like to use them for bait, and they illegally introduce them to some of the lakes, and they end up in here. But anyway, those buoyants mimic those chubs really well, and they're very effective because of it. But man, what a hit. All right, we got our first fish on. Doesn't feel very big. Got him in the same area that I've been trying to get fish, but this will be a good start just to get something. Yeah, it's a little guy, but nevertheless, it's a fish. Small little bow, but it's not what we're looking for, guys. We're looking for those big old tigers. Here comes a helicopter. Let's see what that guy wants. Cast out while we're waiting for the chopper. Wonder if somebody's lost. Couldn't tell what it said on the side. Who knows? Man, this fish that just bit, man, I almost lost him. Wow, what energy these fish have, man. Got this guy. Very strong fish. 2-pound Iserline. So finally got one to stick. They are just super active, man. Once they take the bait, they're crazy. These fish are very strong. This is just a healthy bow right here. We're going with no net for today. I do have a net in the car, but we're not going to use it today. Oh yeah, look at that fish, guys. Look at this one. Oh man, what a hog. So pretty too. What a beauty. All right, let's get him back. I figured out where the fish are, but the problem I'm having is they're spread out. They're out there. I know where they're at. I know the depth they're at. I know every time I cast in that area, I have a good chance, but they're very spread out. So you cast, in that spot and you get hit, and you cast back in that area, nothing. But if you cast 10 feet to the left, you get hit. There's no concentration of them out there. They're kind of just all free for all out there, and it makes it extremely difficult to just cast in one area and keep getting hit. I mean, I've gotten hit 3 times right when I cast, and the lure hits the surface. It's like right away they're going after it, and then I get a couple of taps and then nothing, and then out of nowhere the lure gets hammered, and then I'm, like I said earlier, I broke off, and then I had one that just came off, and then finally stuck one of the better fish right there. That one just about, like, I almost lost that one, because when he bit, he swam at me and it lost tension like right away. I had to crank on that reel a lot faster than I would normally want to, but now that I caught that one, I was able to set the drag, so I should be able to do a lot better on the next fish. But it's about, right now the rate is about every 8 or so casts, 8 to 10 casts, getting into a fish. About every 4th or 5th cast is getting bit. No bait here today. I don't think I'm gonna throw any bait At least not in this spot. I'm enjoying that lure bite. We're gonna go to another spot on this lake in a little bit. We might throw a bait rod out there just before we leave to see what we can get. But all catch and release. We're not keeping any of these fish. I usually don't when I come to Utah. 99% of the time I never keep any of these fish. I really like what Utah does for their fishery, and I want to keep it strong. I don't feel like I need to take any of these home. Got lots of salmon in the freezer at home. I don't need trout. So, but if you come up and just respect it, respect the land, guys. They work hard to keep it nice up here, and I don't want a bunch of people coming up from California or wherever and trashing it, poaching this and taking too many fish and not following regulations. Ooh, big old boil off to my right. I just heard that. Definitely a lot of fish in this lake. I can smell some breakfast being cooked. There was a guy camping not far from the shoreline over here by where I parked. I think I woke him up when I arrived, but I could smell food. Should go hit him up, man. Hey, hook me up. It's been fun. I'm seeing some kind of animal on the other side of the, I think they're turkeys. I'm seeing some kind of bird or some really small feathered animal on the other side. It's either a turkey or they're vultures. I can't tell. I don't have my binocs handy. I'm gonna have to see what they are. I might zoom in on them with a Canon before I leave and get a picture for you guys, but something's over there. I think they're turkeys. They're too big for much else. That's the only thing I can think of. But those fall colors are beautiful. When the sun hits them, they're really going to be pretty. Fall fishing in Utah. Gotta love it. All right, we'll get this one in and then we'll check back. Sign of those tigers yet. I know they're in here. It seems like when I come to lakes looking for tigers and trying to fish for them, I never get them. They're very elusive at times, you know. It just seems that way. But I've gone to some other lakes that most of the lakes I fish in Utah have them. But you know, it seems like when I'm not even trying for them or whatever, I mean, it's crazy. Then I get them, you know. But yeah, we'll see if we can get a couple today. If not, no big deal. I'm sure we'll get tons of other fish. I think there's some cutties in here and some brooks. So good mix of fish possible in this lake. Sun's just coming out on the water. So we'll see if that changes the bite up here. It's been slow the last 10 casts. I'm not even getting bumped. Ooh, did you guys see that? That was an insult right there by the fish. Like, hey, I'm over here. that was crazy. That actually looked like a brook trout right there. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but that fish came out of the water a good foot, at least a foot out of the water right now. But yeah, no tigers yet, but that doesn't mean we won't find them. We still got a couple more spots to try on this lake. So we're not giving up by any means. We're not gonna fish it very long. I got a short day, not a lot of time today to fish, so we're gonna make the best of it and do what we can. This is a family trip. The wife and daughter are just hanging at the hotel. The wife's gotta do some stuff. Ooh, we just had a fish come up and sip right in front of me. I'm sure you guys saw that. But yeah, she's got some work to do on the computer, so she'll be at the hotel, and then sometime later today I'll meet back up with them. But we're gonna get some fishing in, and then later on we're gonna go scoop them up, go do some exploring. But just a fun morning out here on the water. Been exciting already, a lot of action. Just hoping to get something in the, you know, something big or a tiger or something. We're working on it. That was crazy. That fish right now, man, that was crazy. It came out of the water, good foot or so out of the water. Completely leveled off before it went back in, just like a shark. That was nuts. All right, well, we'll check back, guys. We're gonna have to re-gear because we might move to a crappie jig or something. We'll see. Let's keep throwing this for a little bit. There's got another one. Scrappy little fish, it looks like. Been seeing since the sun came out, I've been seeing more and more rising near shore because I'm in the shade. So I don't know, but we'll have to see if we can cast closer to shore. Maybe they like that shade line. But I don't know. Still able to get some fish. Let's see if we can get back-to-back cast here. Hasn't warmed up too much. Still pretty frosty out here. I'm just enjoying those fall colors across the way. Beautiful morning. All right, we'll try back. Much more consistent bite going on right now. Had 3 casts in a row with a hit. One of them felt like a really nice fish, but just basically hit it and no commitment, just barely there. But it was a nice thud on that rod, like I was talking about earlier, where only a big fish can produce a stoppage like that, where the lure just literally stops. Let's see if we can get one on this cast here for you guys. I found that when I'm doing more of an erratic reel in, there we go, just like that, that I'm end up hooking fish that way. It seems like that's a little better fish. It seems like when I reel in, wow, this has got some power, guys. It seems like when I reel in really fast, they're not liking it, but when I do something more erratic, like on that one, oh yeah, this is definitely a nicer fish. Oh man, this 2-pound makes it tough, but I like it. Let's see how big he is. Ooh, looks like a cutty, I think. Or yeah, I think it's a Bonneville. Or no, is that a brook? I can't tell. It's a really nice color though. Let's get him in. Oh no, it's a tiger. It's a spawned out tiger. Look at this, guys. We got what we came for. He's all in the mud, but we'll get him cleaned off. Wow, look at this fish, guys. Wow, look at that. Let's get him cleaned off and we'll come back. Go, guys. Wow. Look at that, guys. Woo! What a beaut. I guarantee you this is what's been hitting those lures earlier and the one that broke me off. Wow. Nice fish. Let's get him back in the water. There he goes. What a beaut. Let's get some more. Well, that was an incredible fish and a great bite. I'm glad you guys got to see that. But that is definitely... Ooh, got another one. Yep, another nice fish. Not a tiger though, I can tell already. Looks like a bow. But he is coming out of the water. But yeah, I think we found our fish, guys, and we got a solid bite going on now. I think really what it was, the sun needed to come out for whatever reason. I mean, they were biting earlier, just nowhere near. Yeah, this is a fat bow. Wow, super. Nice bow right here. At least a middle 2-pound fish right here. Really close to a 3. Let me see if I can get him. Get that lure. Man, he's feisty. There we go. Yep, look at that. It's a solid 2.5 right there. All right, let's get him off of there and get him back. All right, guys, got another big fish on. This one scooped it up right when it hit the water. Oh yeah, he's healthy. Wow, this has got to be a 3 or 4 pound plus fish, guys. Super heavy fish. Look at that, it's just dead weight on the rod. Just dead weight. Wow. This is gonna be a nice fish, guys. Remember, no net, so I can see him. He's starting to appear on the surface. He's not jumping, which is a good thing. Hopefully he continues to do what he's doing right now. If he doesn't, then we're gonna be in trouble because we don't have our net. But this is a decent fish. Definitely another tiger. I'd be really surprised if it's a bow. Yeah, let's see. Nope. I'm wrong on both sides. It is a foul hooked fish. It's a tiger though. And he's off. Good thing too. Yep. All right, guys, we switched up to a jig and we're gonna, looks like we got a nice little tiger. We'll get him out of the water here and show him to you. There you go. On the crappie jig. All right. That's good looking fish. Got just a gnarly bite real close to shore. I think it's a rainbow, but not a big fish, but he is really strong. I mean, he immediately took drag and just went out, but I couldn't tell what it was, but really good bend in the rod, as you can see. But he's a healthy fish nonetheless. I don't know. I think is it a bow or a tiger? Yeah, it's a tiger. Another tiger, guys. Another thick tiger. Let's get him off of here and we'll show him to you. That's a nice one. Another one. This one bit so close. That's why the GoPro caught it late. He bit right on shore. Beautiful fish too, man. Unbelievable color on this one. Let's see if we can get this one on there for you guys. Whoa! You can see that guy. Let's turn around and give you some sun. There you go. Beauty. All right, let's get him off of here and back in the water. We're getting into a spectacular tiger bite right now with these jigs. Just a spectacular bite. And it does seem, I couldn't tell earlier, but those tigers are really close. I mean, they are right within 30 feet of shore, most of them. The ones I caught earlier must have been just out there because of the darkness. You know, they were just out in the deeper water killing, ambushing. But now they're in shore a lot closer looking for bugs. But man, I mean, I'm getting bit about every third cast, 1 to 2 casts sometimes. But just working that jig real slow. And man, they're tapping it hard. Like you're getting like you can tell where they're definitely on. And I can't even, like on a lot of lakes, you just give up reeling real close to shore, but not here. I'm getting fish biting within 2-3 feet of the shoreline. All right, this is the last. We'll do one more cast after this, but last couple casts in this spot, and then we're gonna move on. I'm gonna put a spoon back on and throw a couple just to straighten the line out, but we did find fish here. But remember, guys, this is a short day for me, and I don't have a lot of time. I'm trying to get to a couple other spots to fish today, and they're not close. They're many miles from here, so to have time to do that. Luckily, speed limit's 80 miles an hour in this state, so I can get to them in a reasonable amount of time. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time today, so but I've had fun with this jig here. They like it, so good to know that they'll bite the jigs. Tigers love them. Got them on the spoon, got them on the jigs, no bait. So anyway, all right, let's put that spoon back on and throw a couple times, and then we're gonna move out of this spot. Guys, we have a Thomas Cyclone on there now. Gonna throw a couple times with you here, and then we're gonna move spots. Gonna try another spot on this lake just for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna get out of here. But I think it'd be worth going down to this other area and trying it, just even if it's just for 20 minutes, just to get a feel for the lake. Ooh, just had a, oh goodness sakes, I just had a huge fish chasing this spoon. Wow. Oh, that was a nice fish, guys. Wow, I wish you guys could see that. It's difficult with the angles right now, but ooh, my goodness, that was a nice fish. Let's see if we can get one. They seem to really like this Cyclone. It's a little smaller than the Buoyant, and fish that are a little more finicky will tend to go after it. There we go. Yeah. Knew we were gonna get one with this spoon right now. Probably should have switched up to this a little earlier, but I was getting them with that other full-size Thomas Buoyant. But not sure if this is a tiger or not yet. Very crazy fish though. I think it's a bow. Probably a bow, yeah. Wow, very active fish. Let me go down here. I'm just shocked at how strong these fish are at all sizes, man. I mean, look at that strength. This is a medium or a light action rod. It's not an ultralight, and they're able to control me pretty good. Yeah, he's just a fat bow. Beautiful looking fish though. Solid. All right, I think we're gonna get him in now. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So fatty. Good bow. All right, let's get him back in the water. This will be one of the last casts. We're gonna probably give it one more after this, and then we're gonna get out of this spot. What a spot. Had a fun morning here. You know, we're not filming every fish we catch. It just would make for like a 3-hour video, but we're north of 50 fish right now. Just trying to balance out between the types of fish and the sizes and such that we're getting. All right, this is the last cast in this spot. Let's see if we can get one here. Getting a little better distance out of this Cyclone, so. It seems like the bows are further out and the tigers are in close. At least that's just what I've seen. Super good fishing though. Great morning. All right. See if I got a follower. No. All right, one last one for luck. We'll get it out a little bit to the right. I think I'm gonna try to get out of here. I'm gonna go do some exploring up the road here, and I don't know, maybe I'll come back here on the way out. While I'm here, I'm gonna go check out some spots and see what we can get into. If I end up fishing, then you'll see it. If not, this will be it. So I guess you'll see.